Good evening, the great people of Africa. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning to some of you, depending on your place of domicile. The great people of Biafra all over the world. I welcome you to tonight's edition of Enlightenment. Tonight, we are going to be doing something a bit different. And we are not going to take much of your time. I just want to, the information I have to give you is a very, very vital information. A very, very vital information. While you are joining us, kindly invite others to join. While you are joining, kindly invite others to join to hear this information. Invite others to join. It is very, very important information because one thing is that the reason why the media the reason why the media is blocking anything coming from whoever that is promoting the agitation of Biafra, it's only because IPOB is whiter than white and whiter than snow. The more you know about that, the better it will be for you and your future. Because the information we bring on your table is always saving information, and we are always divine. So that is the reason why you need to invite others while you are joining us. Invite others while you are joining, because we need to be real quick. Because I have a lesson that I want to show you. I have a map. I came across a map of what is Biafra land is going to be. Biafra land, the land, in fact, all the southern region, what they are going to be between the end of 2022 and 2023. So while you are coming, invite others to join. First of all, let us finalize Malafia's death and the same thing we were talking about yesterday with regards to his death, because they just killed him. Killed him, and it is very, very plain to see, except if you want to turn a blind eye, except if you are with the zoo government, then or the British accomplices, then you will be able to argue about the death of Malafia. Because I know that many of you might argue that there is and this is the time of uncertainty, that anyone can die, this and that. It is true. It is indeed a time of uncertainty. But at the end of the day, you must be able to recognize when someone is looking at you and when someone is eyeing you. There is always a difference between those two analogies. So, the most important thing that you need to understand is that this man, let the world hear exactly what he was championing. Let the world hear exactly the reason why he was killed, because he is against the colonization. Because this man is awoken, he want to wake his people up, and they do not want anybody from the north that will wake up just like Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Boho. That is exactly the reason why they eliminated him even before he will be able to rise up. That is the reason why they eliminated him before he will be able to gain followers. They will bring different conspiracies towards his death. That is what they will do. They will bring in different conspiracies towards his death. But the most important thing is that the wise people, you will be able to recognize when someone is looking at you and when someone is eyeing you. So that is what we are going to distinguish tonight. We are going to distinguish it tonight because so many people will say it is a time of uncertainty. Therefore, he died out of a natural cause rather. Because if you look at everything that happens to within, from the first hospital to the last hospital to the way he died, you will be able to understand that two things, one or two, is not adding up. One or two is not adding up. Of course, it wouldn't add up because we are talking about people in the zoo. Let's listen to this headline and this flash news and headline quickly. Then I will be able to give you the analysis of what I am telling you, because we are going to give you a bit of forensic analysis on this. Then we'll go back to talk about the Yoruba agitation, because we saw
Thousands have already.
So we saw, as you can see, maybe so many of you must have come across those video of a Yoruba agitator, one of the professor, analyzing what Nigeria has become or what Nigerian has been prior to independence. So let us listen to this first.
Already died. Women, thousands have already died. Thousands have already died. Thousands have already died. Women, children, youths, elderly. I have become the voice of the martyrs.
Did you hear that? Thousands have already died. That is the reason why he decided to become the voice. Listen to it and pay attention more.
I have become the voice of the martyrs.
The death of Dr. Obadiah Malaf.
That is the reason why. That is the only reason why. Because the next thing that their biggest fear is that they do not want anything to make that mistake, which they did by allowing Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. By allowing Mazen Nnamdi Kanu with everything he proposed to be done, they neglected it, because the reason why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu became the biggest threat to Nigeria's status quo is because when he was rising up from his ashes, they undermined him, because the problem of these people is undermining people. The same way the Anambra people are undermining the no election in Anambra State. That is the problem of this zoological republic. They undermine. The most important thing you must understand, the reason why white men from Europe, or the reason why Europeans are winning, is because they don't undermine anybody. They don't undermine anybody. But the only thing they do is that they try to move faster than every other person by understanding the mind of the masses, by understanding, being able to hear the mind of the masses. I was engaging in one of the radio stations in SADC region of Africa today, where they were discussing politics. They were discussing politics. Many people were bringing in different agenda or different opinion towards politics in Africa based on the old people. The old people are the ones who are the elite, are the ones who are the political leaders. Only the old people. There is no younger generation who is able to go to be successful in politics. That's what they were discussing. So when I engaged into the matter, the most important thing I let them know is that politics, in a very simple definition, politics is a game of rob Peter to pay Paul. It is a game of rob Peter to pay Paul. But the reason why the inventors of politics are being able to win even with this politics is only because of one thing. They have the power to colonize Africa. Therefore, they rob Africa to pay Britain. They rob Africa to pay French. They rob Africa to pay all those first world countries, because that is politics. And apparently, the people who are playing politics in Africa, they do not recognize exactly what politics is all about. That is the same reason why they keep failing, because it is not about these old people. It is about the rule of engagement in politics. The rule of engagement in politics is very, very crucial. That is why when they step in, they will see that it is also in that constitution that is backing up politics. It is in the status quo of politics. It is written and signed by the inventors of politics. You must rob Peter to pay Paul. That when these African leaders, when they go into that position, when they move into that position, they do not know how to play that politics, and they did not make a contingency plan to make sure that they have who to rob to pay their country, because they want to join to do what the European did and make success out of it without without asking any question, without knowing if it is going to benefit their lifestyle or benefit their culture. That is the reason why they are not paying attention, because they do not ask questions. They undermine everything. They believe that everything they know it. People in the likes of Femi Kayode, they believe that they know everything. Everything they do is good. That is how African leaders understood politics. So let me shock you. When Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, as you are joining us, please keep sharing the video. Invite others to get enlightened. As Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was rising up from his ashes. The reason why I say from his ashes is simply because when you are waking up from your old self, when you, as so many people in Christianity may call it, when you become saved, when you are waking up from your old self, killing the ignorant part of your life, as you are waking up, that is the reason why I say he woke up from his ashes. Living the ignorant part of his life, being able to decolonize his mind and being able to find a way to get into you, to make sure you decolonize, to make sure you wake up to the knowledge of what is happening around the world today, or mostly in Nigeria, because of charity begins at home, from home rather. So when he was waking up from his ashes, Nigeria government refused to take him serious. They undermined him. And the reason why they exterminated this person immediately is because they have learned their lesson. Because they do not want anybody from that northern region or middle belt, anybody that is within that region, to wake up. And the reason why they undermined Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, because God made him, he is not a politician. He was not engaged into politics. And that is the reason why God used him. And that is the reason why God will continue to use him. And that is the reason why he is going to thrive. That is the reason why he is going to win. That is the reason why he is going to emerge strong with the freedom of Biafra nation. Because he was picked up by Chukwokika Abiyama and make him pass through a refined process. There is a refined process. Made him, give him the wisdom, give him the knowledge, give him the serenity to know the difference, and sent him to go and preach in Radio Biafra, that many people might be enlightened. But you did not pay attention. You did not pay attention, because when you see your savior, you always call them your boogeyman. Many of you who are ignorant, when you see your savior, you always call them your boogeyman. The same applies to the Nigeria government. When they saw Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, they undermined Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, believing that he's just a child. When he finished rent, maybe they will bribe him with 5 million. Whenever he gets serious, we bribe him, he will keep quiet. And that is how God blocked their minds to undermine him. If it is in a developed country, they will never undermine him except if God wants them to do so. So at the end of the day, what am I trying to say? They took this man out of the picture because they don't want anybody. They don't want to undermine anything. And this man, the reason why they got hold of him, do you know why? Is because he is a politician. He tasted that thing called politics. He tasted that the seat called politics. He was sworn into this thing called politics. That's the only reason why they were able to get him when they looked for him. And that is the reason why he is now a history. But the family member of this man, the most important thing you need to understand, he is going to rise from his ashes and he will be reborn. Another him will rise up. Many him will rise up in the north. Because his sacrifice is an eye-opening to the people in the middle belt, to the people in the north. The killing of this man is going to raise a lot of dust to the people in the middle belt and in the north. Because there is something that will happen when God looks at it. Looks like frame is dropped again. So what I am saying of this man is another biggest mistake that the zoo have made, making the world believe that this is the time of uncertainty, because that is what it will look like. This is the time of uncertainty. He died just like others that were dying. I am not sure if we have a voice. So, as they make the world to believe that this is the time of uncertainty, therefore anybody can just die. So, but we are not going to let it go down the drain, because we are going to get a justice for the good man. Because this man was rising up from his ash, and now, and now, he was actually destroyed before he would be able to rise up. The zoo is going down. The zoo is going down. The zoo is doing things that provokes Chukwokika Abiyama. The zoo have done things that provokes Chukwokika Abiyama. The death of this man will be a great sword of war that will never cease to exist in the life of anybody who call himself Nigeria. The death of this man, mark my word, we are live and we are direct. It is 18 minutes on top of the hour. The death of this man is going to cause a real problem for the zoo. The hospital in Abuja need to be questioned about the death of this man. Why did they confirm him dead when he was still alive? Why did they not try? Why did they refuse to resuscitate him when the order was given? Why did they fail to resuscitate him? And they declared him dead before. And the medical doctor called from the United States to make sure to tell them to try to put pressure on his chest and try to resuscitate him and put oxygen for him, or ventilator. When he was getting critical, they refused to put him into a ventilator. Let us just say that because they will tell you this is the time of uncertainty. They want to make sure that he's gone. They did not even try. There is something you need to understand wherever you are around the world. The only way they are going to be killing you now is not only through plane crash like they did so many years ago. The more the civilization is coming, the more they are changing their strategies. This time around is just a very fast, slow death. That's what they will bring on you. You see this wave of uncertainty that is hovering around the world now, that originated from China. What you are seeing right now is that For them to, if you become whatever you want to become, for them to exterminate you is very, very easy. For them to exterminate you is very, very easy. This is the devil that is going to rule the world. But no one is understanding it. Because that is the easiest way to exterminate someone without question being asked. Meanwhile, it's the time of uncertainty. Even though he survived the first one, he survived the second way, he survived the third. If you check the history of what happened to this man, it is the same thing that happened to the president of Tanzania. That is the same thing that happened to him. They call it the time of uncertainty. They call him, he died of COVID. They will concoct a nice variant for you. Concoct a nice variant for you. Make sure that when you go into the hospital, there will be a propaganda conspiracy that will delay you from getting the right treatment that you're supposed to get. From there, you are gone. Autopsy, he say he died due to this time of uncertainty. Dead on arrival case. That is it. But it is not going to be dead on arrival because they have angered the gods of the land. They have angered the gods of the land. The only reason why this man's death is not going to go unabated or unavenged is because he made it clear. He actually came clean to say Nigeria need to apologize because of the extrajudicial killing, because of the ethnic cleansing, because of the genocide committed to the people of Biafra. In 1967. He want to, with the people of the South, defend his land. That the government, the governor, is sponsoring the terrorists. Those were the thing that he said that got him into trouble. But the reason why they got him is because he swore an allegiance with the politician. When you define it, that is the power of oath. The power of oath. In case if you are not aware, that is the power of oath. Oath taking. Like those of you who believe you can take oath on IPOB, you go and mess up, and you believe that this person mess up, he didn't die. This person, when you take an oath in every organization, when two or more are gathered, there is an energy within them. When two or more are gathered, there is an energy in their midst. When they agree together, they will be able to do something reproductive. That is the reason why they got him. And that is the reason why they will never supersede the energy that is leading Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They will not. They will not. What I am telling you tonight is divine. What I am telling you tonight is divine. Mark my words, this is the beginning of the beginning of the fall of whoever that is involved in what happened to this guy. Let us move on. Let us move on. May his soul rest in freedom. May his soul rest in power. So let's rush into hearing from the professor from Oduduwa land who also have risen up from his own ashes. Let us hear from him. Because when someone excels in the Zoological Republic, you must applaud them if need be. We are going to listen to it quickly before we rush down to what Biafra land, the southern region of Nigeria, will look like. The southern region will look like in 2022 and 2023. It is a very, very, I wouldn't say it's a pictorial diagram of what it's going to be like that I'm going to show you actually. But you wouldn't need an explanation. You will not need an explanation to understand it. Pay
We
attention.
were so sure that Nigeria was going to go places in the world, was going to rise to the height, to the highest levels in the world. Chief Awolowo, our father, Chief Awolowo, reinforced that hope very much. In fact, it was the foundation of the hope in our Western region. So we went into independence, and since then, everything's been going down for Nigeria. The problem is the people whom the British installed in power in 1959, who then became the first government of Nigeria at independence, could not understand the nature of country that we have. As far as they were concerned, they were the people in power, and they had the authority, the power to do anything and everything. They were particularly hostile to the idea of near autonomous regions. Actually, they had taken part in acquiring a lot of autonomy for the regions in the 1950s under Sir Ahmadu Bello, who was always asking for more power for the region. His reason for doing that was that he feared, the northern elite feared, that in a Nigeria, in an independent Nigeria, the Northerners, the Fulani leadership of the North, was going to be an underdog vis-a-vis the elite of the Southwest and the Southeast. But once the British took the step of empowering them, of conferring power on them at independence, they saw that, the answer to their fear is to subdue the rest of Nigeria. And so their first step was in 1962, try to destroy the strength and the confidence of the Western region. You know the story. They came in, they carried out a covert operation that broke the leader of the Western region. Then they hurried in with the power of the government, imposed a sole administrator, and then tried to impose upon the Western region people who are ready to submit to their leadership. And the people of the Western region revolted. And that has been the beginning. That was the beginning of the gradual decline of Nigeria into one, excessive accumulation of power in the federal center. 2, accumulation of power in the people who are holding the power at independence, that is the Fulani elite of northern Nigeria. And it has gone, those two trends have gone down, have escalated steadily since that time. The coups that occurred were almost all, especially after the first coup, All the coups that occurred from July 1966 were masterminded by northern military officers, and they produced northern military dictators. And in all of this fora, in all of this context, the powers of Nigeria were gradually accumulated into the center and into the north. And that's the situation. So Nigeria has gone down and down and down. We even had a civil war, it didn't change anything. Then Chief Awolowo came out very bravely, great intellectual power in 1975, after the some years after the civil war, and said, let's see, we can rebuild Nigeria. We can build Nigeria and make it a great country again. By that time, I was no longer a young man. I was still a young man, but I was no longer a school kid. I was already a university professor. And Awolowo came around and challenged us to come and join in the crusade to build our country into a great country. We have the resources, he said. We have the manpower. Let us do it. And so many of us invested our life in the venture, the Unity Party of Nigeria. We had great ideas for Nigeria. We reached a point at which young professors like myself began to brag that we were going to build Nigeria into the black man's world power of modern times. Well, it didn't work. The decline continued, the retrogression continued. And it has reached a point now that Nigeria is no longer really a country. Why do I say it's no longer a country? There is no other country in the world where one section, one region says we are going to conquer the rest. The Fulani leadership of the North is now sponsoring their men to go to use cattle, to weaponize cattle and poverty, to go and subdue the South and the Middle Belt. That we are the only such country in the world today, probably the only such country anywhere, anytime in the history of the world, that one section is saying we are going to conquer you, we are going to subdue you, we will not let you go. We will make ourselves the controllers and owners of the resources of your land. We will treat you more or less like slaves.
Well, Prof, well, let me ask you this: have you been able to galvanize young Nigeria into your movement? Because at 86 now, you know that yes, time is very limited. Yeah, so
86 is an unusual age to be leading what I'm leading now. But I am a product of my history. My highest political intervention in Nigeria was under Chief Awolowo, and that is a purposeful leadership of the most sublime kind. I cannot rob that out of my life. I am a product of the Awolowo idea and dedication and sacrifice. It is a pity that I went away. Well, it's not a pity. I went away because I was unhappy with the way Nigeria was being run. Nigeria was descending into corruption and lawlessness, and power of government was being used for illegalities, and I could not stand it. I left. My friends were angry with me. They said, oh, let's stand and win elections. So they won the election in 1993, and the election was abrogated. And then a dictatorship of the most hideous type descended upon Nigeria under Abacha. And my friends who had said I should not have left home were now rushing to all over the world. And I had many of them, come to stay with me and so on. So, no. Yes, I'm doing it at a late age. But if I do not do this, I do not want to go to my grave with the feeling that the country that I loved and gave my life to is dying in my presence, and I just stayed there until the power of God comes to take me home. No. I want to be able to say to myself, I fought a good fight. And when I see Chief Awolowo, I'm sure that he will open his eyes and welcome me as a good boy. Yes, I have to do this now. I have to do this now. Okay, and we have involved large.
You see the part when I tell you that it is not about what you die, or it is not about what kills you. It is about what you die for. It is about what you die doing. That is what the most important thing that you need to be looking out for. Not, hey, I have kids, I have this, I have mansion, I have that, therefore I don't want to risk it. Hear the same thing that we keep telling you all the time. Hear it from this man.
It is for the youth, actually. It's not for me. The other day, one of them called your leader. I said, don't call me leader. I'm not your leader. You are the leaders. I am just your father. I will guide you. I will help you. I will show you the path to success. But I don't feel like your leader. I feel like your father. That's it.
Okay, Prof, you spoke earlier on about the perceived or the alleged marginalization of the Yoruba race within Nigeria. But you had the likes of Olusegun Obasanjo, who ruled this country for about 11 years, although non-consecutive, 8 years as a military president and about 3 years as a 8 years as a civilian and 3 years as a general. And then currently you have the vice president, Yemi Osinbajo, who is from the Southwest. And also there are already talks that in the next 2 years, Southwest will take over again as the president of this nation. So where does the marginalization you talk about, where does it come in?
You are talking of the superficialities, the superficials. The realities are different. Whoever rules Nigeria rules in the context of a country that is owned and dominated by the North. By North, I mean the Northwest. And so, Obasanjo as president. Under him, the northern elite combated the North against the constitution of Nigeria into a separate Islamic state. Obasanjo could not do anything about it. He could not. Under him, a Fulani.
I want you to also be reminding yourself all these things when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was saying them. Because so many of you who watch, you do not pay attention. Remind yourself of these things when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was lamenting about them. Pay very good attention.
His intellectual wrote a paper for the Center for Democratic Development, for Democratic Research and Development in Abuja, to say that the ethnic groups of Nigeria are not Nazis at all, and that that was a thesis in two that was reset at Center for Democratic Research and the presidency of General Obasanjo in 2001, I think 2000 to 2001. And to say that the Yoruba are not a nation, the Igbo are not a nation, the Yoruba are just a conjure of fragments and so on. Parts of the people who now call themselves Igbo are not Igbo until recently, and began to drag down all the nations other than the people of the North. Listen, and Obasanjo could not do anything about it. That was a dangerous philosophy that was being foisted.
Because Obasanjo was a friend to the Britain. Obasanjo was an ally to Britain. That's the reason not do anything about it. He is a very good friend and ally, good ally to the British colonies. That is the reason why he give in to anything
upon Nigeria, and nobody did anything about it. And it is the dominant philosophy of the people who rule Nigeria today. So you'd say Obasanjo, yes, Obasanjo has been, he's a beloved son of the Yoruba people. We love him and so on. But we know that he was ruling in a situation in which the president of Nigeria was beholding on to powers under the table that the rest of us could not do anything about, that he himself could not do anything about. And that's Obasanjo, not to come and talk of Vice President Osinbajo. Osinbajo is one of the most educated men who ever took part in the governance of Nigeria. See the things he's doing. Is he doing them free will? Would a man of his caliber, of his intellectual and religious caliber, go abroad to go and say that when we say kidnapping is happening in the Western region, that we are lying? That the world must not believe us. Yes, when they make a noise about kidnapping, we go and investigate and we find that there's nothing at the bottom of it. Is that true? Do we know that to be true? He is reported to have made another statement a few weeks ago to the effect that people say they are killing. I don't know, you know. I hope he didn't make that statement, but he's alleged to have made it. I don't know what's the big deal about people being killed in Nigeria. What is the big deal if Nigerians go to bed hungry and so on? Why do you think he's doing all of that?
We can't really confirm that he made those statements.
Pardon?
So we can't really confirm he made those statements.
Yeah, okay, but the one he did in London, in America, we can confirm it. You know, a man of his level going to the marketplace to distribute pennies to traders. Listen, we are living under a system that has become rigid and powerful. And there is no president of Nigeria. Jonathan was a southerner. What could we do? So let us not deceive ourselves. This man is president, that man is vice president, that man is senator, and so it's all the superficials. The inner making of the system is more powerful than all of that.
All right, Prof. You're said to be in Benin Republic currently, helping to coordinate Sunday Igboho's defense. I just want to find out from you, what's the update on that, on Sunday Igboho's travel in Benin Republic?
He's here and he's safe. And we finally got him to be decently treated. I don't know how soon he will leave, but I know that someday he will leave. And I and others and a few other leaders who have agreed to come so we can stay and fight his cause are here. And we will be here until he goes wherever he chooses to go in the world.
All right, Prof. One of your major supporters, Chief Femi Fani-Kayode, who was among those, supporting the Yoruba agitation, has now crossed to the APC and is working closely.
He was a Sabo.
Doesn't this affect?
He is nothing but a Sabo. He sold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu out, he sold Sunday Igboho out. He was in that struggle just because he wanted to be gathering information. He was gathering information. He's a sellout. He is a sellout. He deserved to be thrown junk at. He is a sellout. He's a politician. You don't expect anything good, anything positive coming from him.
A lot. But I want you to know, I want the rest of the world to know that he was never part of the Yoruba self-determination struggle. He was never part of the Yoruba self-determination struggle. I love him, I respect him, but that's the truth. He was never part of the Yoruba self-determination struggle.
Okay. The reason I ask this question is that some 3 months ago, Sunday Igboho said that Fani Kayode is strongly with them. That's what he said. He said they're strongly.
Yes, you know, in the excitement of the running around, people say quite things that when you look at them closely, then they are not entirely true. Yeah, you know, as I said, Fani Kayode is a very attractive brother of ours. So we would have loved for him to have come and joined us. He would have been a great asset, but he chose not to do so. That's okay. That doesn't diminish my admiration and love for him at all.
You are now talking like him exactly, because I don't condone nonsense. I don't condone evil. You are actually painting this. You are actually politicizing the issue of Femi Fani Kayode. Call it what it is. Femi Fani Kayode is a sellout. That is what he is. I don't like people using politics to answer a very, very simple question. You use politics to answer them. I applaud you. I am a person who applaud anybody for anything good that they are doing. But if you bring anything politics into it, I get very, very upset. I don't have patience with it. Because the same politics is what you are fighting for. The same politics they present to you is the same reason why you are at your age right now, you are now fighting for freedom of your people. So, but because you have added politics, I don't want to listen to it anymore. If you want to listen to this thing anymore, you will request it. I will post the link to the video for you. I will post the video on my page. Because you know the problem of all these people, a politician will always be a politician. The reason why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the reason why his ways will supersede every other way is because he is whiter than white, he is whiter than snow. He doesn't look at he does not play politics in what he is doing. And that is why he is getting it right. And that is the only energy that is making the whole people of Biafra to love him, to listen to him. That at his command, they pay attention. But because you are playing politics, because you are playing politics, you will never get it right if you continue to play politics. I love people who say it as it is. He is a saboteur to the struggle. Because he's been there, he's been in the forefront of the struggle. When there is an interview with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, Sunday Igboho, he is present there. And you are trying to tell us, if you try to defend him just because he's your friend, you are going nowhere. That is the reason why you will be called, that is what it is called, compromising the mission. You are compromising the mission. You are at the age where you are when you're not supposed to compromise the mission. You're not supposed to look at anybody's face. You need to focus, you need to pay attention. That's what you need to do. And this is the reason why I don't have patience with politicians. Because at the end of everything they do, they are going to bring in politics. And that is why we have to leave this here. That is why we have to leave it here and move into something else. Because politics is the reason why Africa is in a limbo. The future of Africa is in a limbo because of politics. You play politics that you don't know. Who are you going to rob to pay your people? Let us quickly move into what, or maybe you want to listen to this video fully. Let's play it. Let's give it a little bit of time as well. Already dropping the frame.
The presidency said you are organizing violent rallies along with IPOB, which it has designated a terrorist organization. Don't you fear that your organization could also be termed a terrorist one?
Two answers there. The first, that we have made it clear from day one that we are a group, that our struggle in Yoruba land, in the southwest of Nigeria, will be peaceful and law-abiding, and we have stayed with that. I even wrote a manual for the struggle, a book that is now circulating. We published it in February this year, and now it is circulating to the news media all over the world. We are a thoroughly, intellectually, thoroughly peaceful and law-abiding movement. When our young people decided to, it isn't there in the manual. If you are going to hold a rally, you must make sure that you do it in a peaceful manner. Never regard the police as your enemy. They are not our enemies. They are doing a job to work, but that doesn't make them our enemies. And we held a huge rally of about 1.2 million people in Ibadan, a larger rally in Abeokuta, a much larger rally still in Osogbo, and a larger rally than Osogbo in Akure, and the largest rally to date in Ado-Ekiti. And there was no illegality, there was no violence, there was no conflict with the police, nobody was arrested, nobody was wounded, no property was damaged. I think we established by those 5 major rallies, we proudly call them mega rallies. We established very clearly that we are a peaceful organization. We are peaceful, we operate by peaceful means. We also operate by using the law of the land. We use the power of the law of the land to fight our cause. So we are not, we know the laws of this world. The United Nations, the African Union, the European Union, and so on, all have charters in which they proclaim very clearly that every nationality in the world has a right to self-determination, that they are free to try to assert their self-determination, and that when they try to do that, the government of the country to which they belong must not try to impede them, must not, for instance, begin to infringe upon their human rights, and must not take the military to their land. But that these declarations do not entitle any nationality, any people in the world to start insurrection in the country to which they belong, or to engage in illegal and violent actions. We know that. That is very clearly pasted up in our secretariat everywhere. We have a right to demand, to assert our self-determination. We have a right to organize rallies peacefully. The government of Nigeria has no right to stop our rallies. We have a right to propagate our belief.
Yes, Prof. But what of the IPOB connection? The IPOB connection.
But you see, in only one thing has IPOD showed up. IPOD has chosen its own path. Chose its own path. I am talking of the Yoruba path, where Yoruba say our cause is noble, therefore we pursue it by the noble path. That's the Yoruba state. It's in our manifesto. But IPOB and the bright young men who are following him in the east, in the Golan, think that they can get what they want by violence. We Yoruba don't believe that. We have always made it clear that we do not work with IPOB.
The most important thing you must understand that you are dealing with Fulani. When you guys are serious to fight for your freedom against Fulani, when you realize that whom you are dealing with is Fulani, a nomadic people, the caliphate, the terrorist organization, when you realize that you are dealing with the Fulani, that's the only time you will know that the IPOB, they are not violent. They are factual. That is your problem. They are not violent. They are actually in order. They are factual. Those are the language that Fulani will only understand. When you are writing a love letter to Fulani, you think they are paying attention. That is the reason why they are still killing you guys in your bushes. You are talking about IPOB being violent. That is the reason why when I hear you speaking politics, it pains. That is when I notice that you can get compromised even at your old age. When you want to catch a fish, you must act like that fish in order to catch that fish. The caliphate you are fighting with, the caliphate that is killing your people, they are violent, and you expect you expect IPOB to use love letter to face the violent people who have AK-47, AK-49, RPGs, and their cow. Man, man, guys, you need to wake up. You need to wake up. If it is in the level that you guys are operating, you have not started. If this is the level you operate, you have not started yet. When you are ready, we are definitely going to know when you are ready to face this, your enemy. We are going to know. The frame drop again. Frame drop again. So, like I was saying, the kingdom of God suffers violence, but only the violent people take it by force. Whether you like it or not, you are dealing with a terrorist. You are dealing with terrorist organization, and you are here saying that you don't want to. You want to do everything peacefully. The reason why they are on top of the game is that they don't know peace. They don't know law and order. That is the reason why they have been on top of the game. That is the reason why they are killing your people in the bush, raping your women. That is the reason why they are chasing the people out of their community in the West. And you are saying you want to be writing them a love letter. Continue writing it by force. So, Polani, that is the reason why when they hear about IPOB, they run. Whenever they hear about IPOB, they run. That is the reason why they can never conquer the Biafra land. Come 2022, come 2023, the North will be oh, let me reserve my comments. But the rain will fall. 2022, rain will fall in the North. Rain is going to fall in the North. As long as you leave those governors that they are using to this terrorist, and they are working scot free. As long as you are seeing the your problem, Sunday your problem. I your problem. You are going to keep losing your land, losing your life. That is it. It is inevitable. When I play the video, take away every other thing that you are seeing in the video. Focus. Try to make sense of the video. It is a very popular video about, but I know you must have seen it before, but when you are seeing it now, I want you to read meaning out of it. Come 2022, all those people who have betrayed Biafra, all those people who have betrayed the struggle. Be you who, if you the oath that you took that did not swallow you in your private, or in your own space, then you are going to pay in public. That is it. Law of karma. It is coming back. It is coming back. That is it. So, whatever you are doing in this struggle, be careful. Be careful on the path that you are treading upon. Be careful. Don't let your ignorance, don't let your stupidity, don't let your cowardice or cowardness consume you, or your greed consume you. If you want to do runs, you go and join Yahoo Boys, because this is IPOB Biafra struggle. Biafra struggle is a sacred covenant. It's a covenant that is very, very sacred. It is a covenant that is very, very sacred. A covenant that was made in blood of 5 million women and children who died in the hands of Nigeria and Britain in 1967. That is the blood that created the covenant called this Biafra. And that is what the oath that you are taking represents. That is the oath. For those of you who may have taken the oath and yet you want to get yourself compromised, you want to go and take money from Ifeanyi Oba, it's attracting you guys slowly. He is attracting indeed you guys slowly. Make yourself available. Make yourself available for them to bribe you. Then you will leave what you are supposed to be preaching in Radio Biafra, or you leave what you are supposed to be preaching to children of Chukwokika Abiyama, and you start talking jargon, you start talking rubbish, or you start criticizing the good work of others. You are going to be consumed, just like the way you are going to see. When you watch this video, put yourself in the shoes of all the betrayers that you are going to find in this video. And then you check to see if your name is in the book of life or is your name in the book of death. That is just what I want you to do. You will be the judge of your faith as we proceed. Let's go there. Pay very good attention. Make sure as you are coming in, invite others to join by sharing the video. Share the video. Invite other people to join. Share the video. Share the video.
Okay. There's no news, okay. Come out, okay. You're India. Come out, okay.
Okay. Ordained warrior. Unknown soldier of Isakaba. It is me, Ebube. Come out. Okay. The smoke and the rabbit have never been friends. You know, okay. Don't let me smoke you out.
What is the meaning of this, Ebube?
The karma of your atrocities, Moke. Your evil deeds have come to light. This is the end of the road. Arrest him.
Don't you dare! Even in the jungle, where the lion is king, his subordinate is treated with respect. Show some respect, you lambs.
Okay. Respect is earned by those who deserve it, not saboteurs like you. And let me tell you, Moke, the lioness and the lion can never boast of equal strength. You have sinned against yourself. You have sinned against that day you took an oath to stay awake while others go to bed. That day you swore to be an Isakaba. You have sinned against justice, Woke. Against the philosophy of this movement, and you will be punished for that.
Take him! Oof! Go on. They are mere allegations. That man is a madman. Something is wrong with his head. You can't prove it. You can't.
So why did you run away? Listen, Moke. When the fire dies, the ashes remain to bear testimony of the flames. You have sinned against this movement, Moke. Turned your back against what you swore to protect with your life. You have been excommunicated.
You can't excommunicate me. You can't excommunicate me, Ebube. You can't.
We didn't. You excommunicated yourself by your greed and selfishness.
I am part and parcel of this group. Ebube, I laid the foundations with the founding fathers.
When a bird becomes too big for its cage, you let it go. Your name, unknown soldier, has been given to another. From Ayaba, Ikenna has been sent to replace you.
No! I am still working. I am still unknown soldier. I am a Sakaba, and a Sakaba I remain. Oh, no.
Let me tell you something, Moke. You know the rules. And even the Bible tells us that if one part of your body leads you to sin, cut it off. The decision has been taken from headquarters. You are no more an Isakaba. And you are not to be seen anywhere around this town. You must return immediately to Ayaba. Disarm him.
Oh no! Do you know who you are? Ebube, you will regret this. I swear! Remember, don't forget! Sakaba!
What is the meaning of all this? And who the hell do you think you people are?
Sakaba.
What about it? Is that just enough to start harassing anybody you see on the highway?
But we haven't even started.
Do you people know who this woman is?
A whole...
Hey! Listen. Who she is doesn't matter to us, but what she is.
Rubbish. I said rubbish. Well, of course, I can't stand here and banter words with you people.
Madam, who you are doesn't matter to us, but what you are. The truth, they say, shall set you free. You will talk, Odeshi.
Why now? What is all this? I have several powers all over my body. And I've done so many things to have them. The head of a week-old baby was crowned.
Serious? Hey!
With heart of a vacant.
You!
I used it to prepare the charm I have on my tongue. That's why whenever I talk, nobody dares try me. The one I have on my chest here makes me stand out amongst my mates.
Okay.
I was responsible for the death of Comfort 6 months ago.
Hey! Serious? Madam Cash.
I had her killed because I did not want her to contest with me. You know she was the former president of our August meeting.
Hey!
I killed my father.
Hey!
Please, God, forgive me. Please.
No wonder.
Please.
Only God can forgive sins. But I doubt if God will be willing to forgive this wicked woman here.
Beg them to forgive me now.
His commandment warns us never to take his name in vain.
God,
This
please,
woman
God.
has. Take her.
Please, now, beg them. Please.
Hey! Please. Go with them.
Hey.
Madam Cash.
Go with them. Please,
Go with them. You're not begging. Then what?
Hey, please.
The rest of you,
Hey. Please. Hey,
you must know the kind of leadership and followership you intend to leave for posterity.
Yes, sir. Thanks, sir. Thanks, sir.
Who will take care of my children? Why? Why have they decided to make me a widow so early? My husband was innocent. My husband was innocent.
I don't know. I can't tell what really went wrong. Okay. Okay. Unknown soldier. Are you sure of what you just said?
Yes, yes,
You'll recognize the man if you see him.
yes, I'll definitely recognize him.
Call the boys.
Obi. Odeshi. Dila. Odeshi. Escape. Odeshi. Osika. Odeshi. Bullet. Odeshi. Torture. Odeshi.
Trouble.
And one them.
One man fall out. He's not here. He's short and dark in complexion. And he said he's the second in command here.
That's okay. Okay.
Look here, Mr. Man. If I find out that what you have just said is a lie, I am going to kill you here now.
I swear, I am telling the truth. In fact, after you people found out that the allegations against me were baseless, and you people released me, he came to meet me at home and said, Isakabe said I should pay 500,000 naira.
Or what?
Investigation expenses, he called it. And at that time, I was only having 120,000 naira at home. That I gave to him. And after he left, someone came to pay me the money that I was being owed. And I had to bring it down here myself instead of his coming in the evening.
Is any one of you aware of this?
No.
Does any one of you have a hand in this?
I personally do not have a hand.
I gave him 120,000 naira this very afternoon.
Where's Moki?
He went out with DK.
In
DK
fact,
the Scorpion.
Yes. Okay. That's Moki coming. Look at Moki.
That's him! That's him!
Leave him! Come back! Let him run. No matter how high the eagle soars, it must come back to the earth. As for you, take your dirty money and get out from here.
Yes, sir.
This is what I've been saying. Now, this is what I've been saying. If I find out that there's any one of you involved in this, okay.
I still do not understand why you insist that Ibudu should not be killed. As far as Isakaba is concerned, there are no sacred cows.
And I say we forget about that matter, okay? I want the people of Oshata to see that the worm eating the vegetable is behind the vegetable leaf itself. Listen, okay? From now on, there will be no more talk about that matter anymore.
That is it. That is it! You always feel that your decision on every issue is final. Look, that you are the commander here, that you are the commander of Isakaba here, does not mean that the rest of us are stupid. Listen, Ebube, I am your second in command, and I should also have a say. What is it, sir?
Come back here, okay?
Don't call me.
Come back here.
Don't call me, Ebube.
Come back here. You know, I really don't feel a sense of loss for him. After all, that's why you were sent from Ayaba, to replace him. But I guess that's the way life goes. Sometimes our dreams and hopes quite different from our ways and means. You see, I know too much about people to bother about their actions. What worries me is myself. There's some kind of fear. A fear that I would one day lose my command.
You? Fear? Ebube. You are the fearless warrior of Isakaba.
You won't understand, Ikenna. You won't understand. Just leave me alone for now. I like to be left alone.
Gentlemen, I can assure you we will look into your complaints.
But no, Mr. DPO. This is not a looking into matter. We demand a full investigation and a total halt to all the Isakaba activities in this town.
Yes. I am sorry. That is beyond me. Isakaba is not our creation. It is the yearning of the people.
DPO, which people? I say which people? The same people that are killing to satisfy certain interests?
I wonder. But I heard the men executed by the vigilante group were self-confessed ritualists, murderers, and criminals.
Officer, just listen to yourself. Tried and convicted by which court of law? How come it's only most of our loyalists? Men within our political caucus that are being killed every day. I mean, precisely the point.
This is nothing but a calculated attempt by the Igwe and his sponsors to disorganize and discredit our image in this community.
Well, I don't know anything about that. Like I've told you, I will forward your petitions to the appropriate quarters.
We want you to do more than that. Enough is enough.
Hey! And let me tell you, Mr. DPO, it will be bad for the image of the police force if it is faced with a mass protest by the people. They are tired and so are we. Good day.
Go straight to center of town. We must find work here now.
Beat me. Kill me! Beat me, go on! What are you waiting for?
Okay, will kill you and you will die for nothing.
You Odeshi. You! Odeshi. I will show you. You can only destroy my body, but you can't destroy my soul! My soul. My soul possesses more strength than all of you put together. Go on. What are you waiting for? Okay. Beat me! Okay. Okay, you play with fire. Shut up! Baby Sakaba. What have you seen? What battle have you fought? You little boy scout. Wait! I will deal with all of you! Wait!
Leave him. Leave him. I said leave him.
Idiot. You did this to me, Obibe. You strike me! Me! Son of the lion!
Okay. That you are son of the lion does not mean that the claws of the lion cannot inflict wounds on you.
Then you underrate the lion. You underrate me! Nwoke! Unknown soldier! Hey!
Listen, Woke. Listen to me carefully. You are no more a member of Isakaba. And all our indoor activities that you are private of must remain classified. They are not for goats to gloat over.
Go to hell, Ebube. Look at this man. Go to hell. I said go to hell. I have also commanded the Sakaba to great heights. What do you know that I do not know? What secrets do you know, Ebube, that I do not know?
Listen, okay. Where you tread is too hot for a barefooted man.
The horse might be barefooted, even after 1,000 miles, yet it feels no pain. You can't threaten me, Ebube. You can't threaten me. I know what I know. I know secrets that you don't know. And I can talk as much as I want. You can't do me anything, Ebube.
Listen. Let me warn you. And you listen carefully. For your own good. Any further divulging of our secrets over bottles of beer in some stupid beer parlor would mean only one thing for you, okay? Your blood will flow. Your blood will flow.
That is mere talk, Ebube. That is mere talk! I can talk as much as I want. You can't do me anything. Go to hell! Everybody say go to hell! You all know me.
Excuse me.
Yes?
What did that man do that they beat him?
I don't know. It's like he was one of them before he was sent off from the group.
You mean he was one of the Isakabas?
I think so. From the way he has been talking.
Hey, sorry. Don't worry. Who are you? What have you done to them?
Me, okay.
I have told you, officer, there has never been a time when we were politically inclined. And we have never had cause to defend the interest of anybody. We are not interested in such trivial things.
But people are complaining. And I'm beginning to get real worried. I can't risk a riot.
The same people who asked us to stay back in this town?
That's not the issue. The accusations are that the killings are one-sided.
Officer, it's mere coincidence if it is. For instance, the doctor we killed was colluding with ritualists to steal corpses from mortuary, as well as killing innocent patients.
My friend, hand over suspects to us and let the law take its due course.
Officer, the law is too slow to meet up with these responsibilities. We've had cases when criminals escaped from your custody. That is not justice, officer.
Well, you don't have to blame the police for that. There are laws. A suspect must not be detained in police custody for more than 48 hours for bailable offenses.
Well, that road is too slow for the kind of changes that society needs.
I don't care how you feel. Always try and liaise with police force. I promise I will take care of all matters.
Well, we will go. But we want to assure you, officer, that our search for justice is constant.
And I must commend your good efforts.
Okay. You will get all you need.
Yes.
Money. Guns and ammunitions. All kinds of weapons. As well as any car of your choice.
That's right.
Go! We are right behind you.
And don't forget that all our dealings with you are in strict confidence.
Thank you.
And must be treated as such.
I gave you my word, didn't I?
We know, but
My word is my bond.
If you say so, no problem. It's just that we are being careful.
And I am not being careless.
It's okay, it's okay. It's only that we...
My mission is clear. And that is to bring down the Sakaba to their knees in this town. And with my life, I swear.
Hey! Abunwa! Oje Bazoko!
You will live long, though you spill blood. It's not easy.
It's not easy. Mr. Fixing. Mr. Fixing.
That is me.
Mr. Fixing. Fix. Fix. You said it and you made it. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
I put a promise. You said it in London.
Say that he must be reporting here every Friday.
Well, no problem. Thank you very much. That's all right.
Gentlemen, I guess this is where my mission ends. Send my greetings to Chief and make sure your friend reports at the station every Friday as requested by the police. You know it's not the usual thing, releasing such a hardened criminal, but because of Chief.
Yeah, I know. It's all right. No problem. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
You idiot! You idiot! You bastard! Eh? You bastard! You bastard!
What did you do that for? Wait, let me explain. Wait.
You are your so-called boys! Came to my town and dislodged me! I ran down here to settle amongst my mother's people!
Wait, you're strangling me!
You came again! And killed Omoji! Another gang members! Arrested me!
Wait.
Why didn't you kill me?
I will explain.
Why didn't you kill me?
Listen, man. I was merely following an order. Did you hear what I said? Order. Now, things are different.
Then, what do you want from me?
Listen, okay? I now have a new order. Okay? Isakaba must be destroyed and their reign brought to a disgraceful end.
Now I see that you are completely mad.
Listen, wait, I'm serious. I am not joking. If I had wanted you dead, I would have done it a long time ago. Listen, okay? My intentions are sincere. I need your help.
Why should I trust you? Tell me.
You are the toughest and probably the smartest of all the criminals I've ever dealt with. Back in my days with the Sakaba. I know I can count on you as one of the boys who could raise to back me up.
Okay. What do I stand to gain?
Revenge. Sweet revenge.
Revenge.
Okay, listen. Think, man, think! Think about your business in Iweni. About your business in Oshata. Emoji is dead. Emoji was killed by the Sakaba. So was the other boys. Think, man. That night we caught you. I would have killed you, but I told them to let you go. Think! Think, okay, think.
Okay. Do with him what you wish.
Please, please.
Let us hand him over to the police.
Okay. An armed robber. Let us kill him and burn him.
Odeshi. At least the police, we know that we are keeping to our agreement.
Why? Okay. Now can I call this guy?
Let's kill him.
Hey.
Let us hand him over to the police, and that's final.
Yes, okay.
Revenge. Sweetest when served cold. So my guys, that is really the story. And I am poised to bring down a Sakaba to their knees. Because I was a founding member of that group. They can't just throw me out like that.
So, how do we go about it?
Ojadike.
Ojadike. I mean, what's the meaning of that?
I still certainly don't understand what you're saying. The strength and invisibility of Isakaba is made potent with the spirit of a brave and ancient warrior named Ojadike.
So?
In those days, Ojadike was a fearless warrior who fought against evil. He was so powerful that no arrow or sword could pierce his body.
How does this concern us? I mean, I can't see any...
One day, Ojadike, out of ignorance, slayed an innocent girl, soiling his hands with innocent blood. Ojadike became powerless and he committed suicide.
Meaning?
The strength of a Sakaba is beyond the physical. They are so powerful because the spirit of Ojadike, invoked by the cripple, guides them. That is why no bullets could pierce their body.
So,
all we have to do is reenact history. Can't you see? Their boss is not here. They must have gone out for the night. Onyeka, dig. Here, dig, here, quick. The blood of this innocent girl shall forever cry against you. With this, I render you, the Sakaba, powerless. Ebube. 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 Our knives. They have all turned blood red.
If the locks are wrong.
What is happening?
Suddenly, the bat is too blind to see at night.
Or maybe one of us must have done something wrong.
One of us? Is that enough reason why our knives should show red?
Something is wrong around here. Something is very wrong. Let's just wait and see what this pregnant night will give birth to.
Yes. Okay. As kingdoms shall rise against kingdoms, so shall brothers rise against brothers. That the lion is the king of the jungle does not mean it cannot be cut down by the hunter's gun. The smallness of the needle cannot be compared to the blood it draws when it is stepped on. And we are the needle, and blood we must draw, and bring to an end the reign of a Sakaba in this town. My dear comrades at arms, knowledge, they say, is the light that illuminates darkness. And I pride myself in the knowledge of the deep secrets of his Sakaba. What one knows, they say, does not kill him. However, our operation shall remain discreet until our mission is accomplished. Wipe out the Sakaba!
Wipe out the Sakaba!
End to the Sakaba!
End to the Sakaba!
Isi kalaka na ebu mongu anu polu ntu na ejo no orabeli de jinari de ejo bia kene ogumagana higburigbu hey Two, and be very strong. Two, it up and be strong. Two, and be strong. Two, and be strong. Do it up and be strong. Your name becomes Odeshi. Your name becomes Odeshi. Your name becomes Odeshi. Odeshi! No bullet will pierce this body. Odeshi. Odeshi. Sakaba!
Odeshi, what is your name, man?
Here!
Odeshi!
Hey, stop that! What the? Come on! What is this? No, get out! Come on, get out! What is it now? What is it? What is it? What is it? I'm a sinner, Start the car! Quick! Shut up! What have I done? Shut up! check did not show red. Now get into your car and get out of here now! Quick!
Look at the way they just embarrass this man with his family.
Mbano, it's unfair. It's unfair. This is very unfair.
What is the problem? You are worried.
I'm asking what is happening. I thought you were for justice and fairness. What is going on? Huh? Why this indiscriminate harassment of innocent souls? The people are complaining. They are complaining badly.
About what?
Huh? You ask me. It's unfair. It's very unfair.
Hey, my friend. Huh? Talk if you have something to say. And don't talk things you don't know about.
Okay. Alright. Let me go.
Go.
Is that all you came to tell me?
No, it's okay. I don't want to say things that I don't know about.
Don't talk things you don't know about.
Okay. Good night.
He's a strange fellow.
It's not easy, man. Hey.
Gentlemen and ladies, let us toast to our newfound strength and success.
To our newfound strength and success.
I can fix it. Yes, that's me. I can't believe it.
I hope that you are still paying attention. This is exactly how the zoo government always hijack everything good, anything good that you want to do in your community. This is exactly how they are hijacking it. I hope you are paying attention to what you are watching. We are not here to watch a movie. We are here to pick up some points, because this is exactly the visual diagram of what is going on in the Zoological Republic. I hope you know you are not here to watch a movie. You are here to understand something.
The people can't stop complaining, day in, day out.
In fact, they haven't started yet.
Did I tell you, Mr. Fix It?
All the time. Fix it all the time.
By the time we finish with these idiots, nobody would want to hear of that stupid name Isakaba.
Do you know what? I have mobilized about 200 women who will follow me tomorrow morning as we make a protest march from the main gate to the Igwe's palace. By the time I finish with those jobless boys, in fact, they will pay dearly for the death of my husband.
Precisely the point! And for all the atrocities they have been committing. Gentlemen, let us celebrate. That's 200,000 naira. It is serious money. Chief said I could count on you people to do a neat job. Make no mistake about that, okay?
When do you want it done?
As soon as possible. The man has refused me for too long. Despite all the money I offered him, he has refused to sell that land. He is too stubborn. And I want him to pay a price for his stubbornness.
The stubbornness of the goat ends in the pot as Isiewu. By tomorrow, we'll bring you news.
Put him down!
Come on, stay here! Come on,
Shut up! You're a criminal!
I'm not a criminal!
You are a criminal!
I'm not a criminal!
Shut up!
This is what I do for
Shut up! You are using this shop to cover up.
It is not good!
Shut up!
Hey! Please, sir! Come on, let's go! Come on, let's go!
This is Sakaba, their own don't dey too much these days, so which one be your own self?
What was all that about? Eh? That the people of this town will throw stones at us, at Isakaba.
I don't understand. I don't understand. They are calling us names.
In fact, they called us robbers.
Even assassins, rapists, criminals. They even call us thieves. They even call us dupes. Can you imagine that? Also, petty names. What is happening in this town? People, can you tell me what is happening? What is happening? What is happening in this town? Eh? Hey, what is happening?
Situation is slowly drifting to anarchy. It is high time you call these boys to order.
But that is not enough reason for you to lead our women, mothers of this land, into a very violent protest across the land. It is like dousing the flames with more fuel.
It hasn't even started.
What?
Yes. With due respect, Igwe, people are tired of burying their loved ones. Innocent people butchered daily by these so-called Sakaba boys.
Igwe, I think the women have a point. It is time we begin to look critically into this Isakaba matter.
Yes, Igwe, yes, because the voice of the people is the voice of God. People dying every day, all in the name of security, vigilance, and all God knows what.
Your activities lately are stirring up a lot of negative sentiments. I thought we had an agreement.
We on our part have not contravened it.
Then what's going on?
I wish I knew, officer.
You wish? Listen, a pastor was molested in his church by your men. So also was a director general of a government parastatal in front of his family. Not to mention cases of rapes, allegation of stealing, forceful obtaining of money from law-abiding citizens. And you say you wish you knew.
Boy. Officer, if there's a way I can make you understand that, My boys are innocent of these charges. I'll do it.
Well, they are not charges. Activities. I hope you know what that means. Good day, gentlemen.
Egg. I told you, I'm an Yes. A man is not said to be a hero by the many tales of war he can tell. Yes. Rather, by the many wars he has fought and won. Hey, I hear you. Okay. The lamb that looks straight into the eyes of a lion and tells him, "You are not the king of the jungle." That is me.
The impregnable, the charismatic. Is that easy?
Okay. I have lived up to my words. Yes. Unlike before, I can now move along the street of my town without fear.
And sleep peacefully too. Gentlemen, one thing remains though.
What is it?
We need to strike fear and confusion into the hearts of our opponents.
Yes.
Straight into their hearts.
That is true. Once we achieve that, then the smoke will have no choice but to head towards the sky. No matter how much the wind blows. That's no problem. You can count on me. That is me.
Lies, I said. I've lived in this town for 45 years now. Nobody has ever come to the police on any account of a thing that I've done. I am a respectable member of the Igwe's Council and will never throw my name to the dogs. Talk less of me running a robbery gang. No, I said.
Please, it's the hard work of our enemies, sir. My husband is not an armed robber.
We understand. But we have allegations that must be clarified. All we ask is for you to follow us.
Please, so that you can kill. You can kill my husband for me.
We don't kill people like that. And besides, the police is aware of this matter.
Who is it in this town that is trying to tarnish my image? Who is it? That is nonsense.
That is what we need to clarify for the public to know. Just follow us.
Adama, go to. I will follow them, if only to verify my innocence. Please go and tell the Igwe and others what has happened. I will follow you.
Found out that they are mere allegations. But we have just brought him for statements with the police. Records.
It's all right. Thank you very much. Then, Chief, the investigation showed that the allegation against you are baseless and false. We are sorry for the inconveniences and embarrassment. You can go, Chief.
Well, thank you very much, officer. Thank you. I've been a law-abiding citizen, and I will continue to be one. Thank you, and God bless you.
Ogun.
Yes.
We need 6 cartons of salt and 10 cartons of beer.
Hey! Where is the manager? Hey! Where is the manager? Come on! Ladder! My friend! It's not a waiter boy with the money. What? This one? Yes, sir. Hold it! Please, I don't do it again. I beg you. Okay, I don't go thief again.
Society will do better without people like you.
I beg you, sir.
Thank God. You're here. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
How are you?
No problem, no problem.
Ebube, the mother hen does not relent in laying and hatching eggs just because the hawk took her chicks last season. Ebube, we know how you feel.
No, you don't. You don't know how I feel. Look at me, just look at me, look at me. I can no longer walk on the streets without the public trying to mob me. Daily I find myself in one police interrogation room or the other, answering questions about crimes I know nothing about. Is that what we planned? Is that what we planned?
We understand. All of us here, we understand you. Ebube, remember what you told us. That our duty is to fight crime to the end, Ebube. And that there's no way we fight a lion without a scratch or two on our body. Ebube, don't you think what we are passing through now is part of that scratch?
No, you don't understand. Ikenna, you don't understand. You don't understand. Listen, I swore an oath to fight crime to the end. Yes. To stay awake while others go to sleep. To fight for justice. And I've done that all these years. What do I get in return? What do I get in return?
You have done well, Ebube. We have done well. We have done well. From Ayaba to Iweni. Now in Oshata, we have done well.
You fight only what you know. You don't fight what you do not know. And I tell you, my brother, what is happening now, I don't know. I don't understand. I have been labeled the criminal. Me.
crime and punishment are twins of the same destiny. Ebube. One's fate begets the other.
You don't understand, Ikenna.
Ebube, have you forgotten that you've been the source of inspiration for us all? Yes. A fountain of strength.
Ebube, this is not the time to despair. Look at your men.
Take a good look at your men, Ebube. Look at them, Ebube. Look at your men. Each man left his family for the interest of the society.
No, Ebube, we must continue.
Yes, we must continue. Remember, Ebube, no captain abandons the ship before his crew. Ebube, we all look up to you.
Ebube, you were destined to lead the Isakaba. And no great leader is free from misunderstanding. Even great leaders of great nations, at one point or the other, are misunderstood.
Ebube, you are the Ebube Sakaba. Yes. We all have to stand tall and find out actually what is going wrong.
Yes.
Ebube.
Yes, Ebube. Yes. Together, collectively, we will get to the root of this.
Thank you, my brothers. The strength of a broomstick is in its numbers. And your strength gives me strength.
Yes.
That 1,000 buckets of water are drawn from the ocean daily does not make it dry. No. Can an entire forest disappear because a single tree is cut down?
Never!
Can an entire forest disappear because one tree is cut down?
Never!
So, what happens to evil against Isakaba? What happens to evil against Isakaba? Belong to us! Belong to us! Thank you all, my brother. What is it again?
Please.
My friend? Have you come to accuse us again, or you've brought graver news this time?
This is very serious.
It can't be worse than it is now, when the whole town accuses us wrongly.
Ebube, I think you people should leave till things cool down. Please.
It's like the people are planning on how to drive you out of town.
Be it then. Sakaba is a child of necessity.
Yes.
And necessity is a product of society.
Bam.
But you don't understand. See, if
What do you want? Out for him.
Ebube, you're under arrest. For what? For killing of Chief Odiachi.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Young man, this is an evidence against you.
Nonsense! That is nonsense! We didn't kill anybody. We didn't touch that man.
Step aside, or you regret it.
This is the law, and we are protectors of law.
But Ebube, you are innocent.
Ikenna, hold it. A clear conscience fears. Remember that.
No, you're not going to do it, Ebube. No.
Step aside. Officer.
Yes.
Why did you do it? You said it yourself that you had nothing against him. Why did you have to kill the man without letting the police know if you had?
Officer, I'm telling you that we have no hand in the killing of that chief. The last time I saw him myself was when we brought him here to take statements.
You want to tell me now that there's another group that dress or do things as you do?
Maybe somebody is trying to frame us up. I don't know.
Ebube, you claim you have supernatural powers. All these things you tie on your body, why don't you use it to detect if there's another group?
This is a setup, officer. Somebody is trying to be mischievous. You have no hand in the killing of your husband. My boys are here. My boys and I have no hand in the killing of your husband.
You cannot leave us. You cannot, you cannot leave us.
Madam, please, it's okay. Please, I want you to just do one thing for me now. Look at his face very well and see if he was amongst those that came to arrest and kill your husband.
They killed my husband.
You see?
I said it. I want you. Each time I talk about it, you think I have something against these jobless boys. I want you, didn't I? Is it not a common adage that when a child grows too many teeth, he must have enough lips to cover them?
Yes.
Igwe Obodani, if you see how these people massacred Odiachi, a titled man for that matter, hey,
It beats my imagination. Away! Something is wrong somewhere.
Precisely the point! And not until these blood-sucking demons leave this town, things will continue to go wrong. Things will continue to go wrong. If they can lay their hands on a titled man like Odiachi, who amongst us here is safe?
I don't know.
Igwe, don't be too sure you might be the next victim.
Igwe, something is wrong, we know. But the question is, what do we do?
Igwe, what do we do in this instance?
My people say, the stone once says, never blinds him. Never.
What?
happened? What are you doing here? When did you come here?
Not quite 10 minutes after you left.
Why are you crying now? How is Mama?
Oh, mother.
Which is Sakaba? Huh? Who told you what? Who told you that?
They were dressed like you people. And they also came in with same bus. They asked after you first. And they shot my man. Oh my God. Oh mother. They spared me and gave me this lot to deliver to you.
have I brought upon myself? What have I brought upon my family? What have I brought upon my family? Huh? What is happening to us? What is all this about? What is going on?
I think somebody's playing a very cruel joke on us.
Yes.
Hey! Ebube! 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 You have to go now. The public address now against you,
We
please.
will not run. We haven't done anything wrong.
See, they're not looking like those people that will listen to this, please. Follow me. I know some bush path that we can escape from, please.
Hold it, Amazuru. Again now, Odeshi. Follow Amazuru. Go into hiding. Amazuru, ensure that my brother gets to the village.
Well.
Eh? You follow this man.
What about you, Ebube? Where you go, we will go. And where you die, we will die, Ebube.
Just go, I will be fine.
No! No! I will not leave you alone!
Yes.
Together we fight and die!
Yes! As the leader of this group, I command all of you to follow Amazuru into hiding now.
Ebube, please. Please, Ebube.
Listen, all of you. No matter how rough the seas get, a captain never abandons his ship before the crew. You remember? Now I command all of you to go with Amazuru. Now.
Go! Ebube. Go, Ebube! Go! Ebube! Go! Ebube! Go! Go! Run! Run!
No! Wait. I know all of you are angry. But wait, let me explain.
Down with the Sagaba! Down with the Sagaba!
Wait.
Down with the Sagaba! 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 Down with the Sagaba!
The father that does not lead his child astray. I greet you. Ekenem. What is going on here? Azinge! Azinge! Azinge!
Where's Lord? You called.
Get me the cloth. Quick! The visionless cloth. Quick, Azinge! Quick!
Where's Lord from where?
From the inner chambers of the ancient immortal. Quick, Azinge!
This night we will kill you!
Yes,
we will kill you!
This
night you will die!
You will kill an innocent man. I have no hand in what you accuse me of.
Now, tell us who paid you to kill for Daddy.
We did not kill Chief Odiachi.
It's a lie. You will die! You will die! You must die.
Where's one?
I can hear the chicken crying over a crime committed by the snake. Tears and water might look alike, but they do not taste the same. Azinge. Azinge! Get me the pot. The pot of life. Hand me the pot.
Where's one?
Hand me the pot. Hand me the pot. The protection of the young chick is in the wings of the mother hen. 10,000 hawks may gather. But does it really matter? The private part of an old man is not a plaything for a crying child.
Please, don't kill me. I have not done anything wrong. I am innocent.
Innocent for where? You deserve to die. Yes. Because of what you've done to so many innocent souls. Yes. Yes. Now call all your juju and your charms to save you. Yes. By the time we finish with you, we'll look for those your boys. There we see Pepe.
Yes. Don't touch any of my boys. All of them are innocent. They are innocent, just like me.
Innocent?
Try and find out the truth. Look, try and find out the truth.
Hey, what's happening? What's happening?
Where's one? It's over. What is happening?
What's happening?
Run! Hey, Bube!
Where's one? To where?
Run! Hey, Bube!
Where's one?
I have done it for you.
Where's one? To where?
Find out the truth. We did not kill Chief Odiashi. Find out the truth.
So you're still
Find out
You're still alive. You don't believe
Where's one? Where's one? What is happening? Ichie, talk to me. What is happening? Ichie.
Azinga. Go to the cripple. Go and tell him all that you have seen. Tell Kilka. Tell him that I said, even if the mountains tumbles down to the sea, it would will always remain the truth.
It's over. Where's one? Where's one? Where's one? Talk to me. Where's one? Where's one? Where's one? Where's one? Where's one? Where's one?
It's obvious. We are no longer needed in this town. The shepherd has been struck, and the sheep must disperse. How do we escape
without being caught.
Sit down. Then we have to try. We really have to try. Ikenna, I think we have to split up and finally meet at Ayaba.
Yes. Yes. We have to split. Isakaba lives! Forever! Toto! Escape! Kenna! Bullet! Kenna! Trouble! Nika! Trouble! Odeshi!
We have to go now.
Yes. Let's take this road. Let's go.
Tonight, the coffin will find and it be nailed. Forever and ever.
And it is time to unleash all those petitions to the state government and, of course, the presidency.
Sooner or later, the Igbo will be pronounced incapable of his position as long as he cannot maintain law and order in his domain.
Making way for our candidate, Chief Arthur Arinze. Perfect.
Just perfect.
Vigilante.
Hey! Stop that! If I move, I kill you! I said don't move!
Odeshi. Hey. Moke! So it's you! Now I can see.
You haven't seen nothing yet.
But why, Moke? Moke, why? What do you intend to gain?
To make a point that I, Moke, unknown soldier, was a founding member of Isakaba, and I can also destroy it.
You lie, Moke! You end up destroying yourself and not Isakaba, Moke!
Like a child on his mother's back, you do not know the distance covered by her weary feet.
So what will you do when we come for you? What will you do?
I will do you so many things.
Moke, you can't destroy Isakaba!
Are you not afraid of me? I who single-handedly caught the Rico.
Who are you, Moke?
Are you not afraid of me?
I'm Odeshi.
Me who arrested Otondo. Are you not afraid of me?
Yeah.
Okay, you will end up destroying yourself. You will end up destroying yourself.
Odeshi. Isakaba kani kokuya.
Odeshi.
Moke Odeshi. Moke asim kini Odeshi.
Odeshi. Give me my knife.
Okay. You end up destroying yourself.
Odeshi.
You will destroy yourself.
Odeshi.
You will destroy yourself. Okay.
Odeshi.
Odeshi, okay.
Odeshi.
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 You end up destroying yourself.
Odeshi. Odeshi one man. Odeshi now.
You will destroy yourself.
Odeshi now.
You will die. Odeshi. You will destroy. You will destroy yourself. Come on, Odeshi. Okay.
Odeshi, Odeshi.
You will destroy yourself.
Odeshi.
Okay, Biko, you want my man. Biko, please, okay, Biko. Okay, you want my man, please. It's all this. Okay, Biko. 1 minute, it's all this. Okay, please. Okay, you want my man. Okay, you want my man. Okay, you want my man. Okay, you want my man.
Ezemo.
The lion is shamed when it sees his cub run away at the mere barking of a dog.
Not when what the cub saw had 6 feet, with the teeth of a dragon, fiercer than even the lion itself.
How dare you blaspheme the supremacy of Isakaba?
Never, Ezemo, never.
Then you must go back. What was started must be finished.
I barely escaped with my life from Kenka. I don't even know where the rest are.
You coward son of thunder! No matter how rough or smooth the ground is, it never stops the rain from raining, Ebube. A warrior who runs away from the battlefield unseen the fierce sword of the enemy only deserves the praises of fools and the throne of a coward. Like I said, you must go back, but you need some rest, for the battle ahead will be very tough. Tomorrow, I will show you the secrets that has been hidden from the wise and prudent. Until tomorrow, Ebube, have some rest.
Okay! The wings of the arrogant ego have been broken.
And now, it is time for the sparrows to dominate the sky! Behold, a new dawn.
Vigilante. Njuga, ndinchewa.
I guess someone shirt here for now. And some bag and shoes.
So boy, check out some shit there. Check out some shit.
Take
I
them.
don't understand. Baba. Now,
I guess
load some food. Load
I guess.
Okay, how about the sheet?
Stop. Now look at this. Stop. Your hands down. Smile, just smile. It's a nice business. How is business?
Fine. We never talk price now. This one just one load. Ah, bros, never talk price. Never.
Hold on. Collect. Now down, 1, 2, down.
Hey, Bube, you learned something today. Fear is only the imaginations we create in our mind. Strength is not physical, but spiritual. And with it, you can do so many things. Hey, Bube, look around you. Look at them very well, for they shall be your guide. They will teach you how not to fight the spirit with the flesh. They are each man tested from various Sakaba commands, from Iweni to Hakot. They know what you do not know. But always remember, boys, there's no sacrifice without pain. You should know that the ability to be submissive by holding the shield of truth and the sword of justice, that's the greatest discipline of honor. And that's the path of all great men, the destiny of all those who decide to become members of the Isakaba. Isakaba! One more thing. A shatter must not be entered by day. It must be by night, the dead of night. And as you leave, you will stop at Biribiri and collect Oba. You will go in peace, and in victory shall you return. Sakaba! 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 With all these petitions, beginning to see where all the problems are coming from. The plot has been masterminded to dethrone me. But my ancestors are not asleep. We shall see. We shall see.
Don't say a word. It is me, your friend, Ebube.
Hey! Ebube, where did you spring out from? Hey, these are your friends.
Yeah. Time has no place for words. Where are my boys, my brother?
I can't tell. So many things happened. I actually led them into hiding and took your brother out of town. I had to come back. I come here every night to see if I could hear or know what happened. Ebube, I can't sleep in my house anymore. The people accuse me of aiding their escape.
So many things have turned out for the worse. So much death.
Yes.
Ebube, the blanket of the night slowly wears off. Let's make haste.
No! Stop. Slowly. Walk back. Walk back. The river does not flow up the mountain. The river never flows up the mountain. Everybody form a circle. Fast. Ebube, on this spot, the sacrilege that rendered you powerless was committed. Oba, give each man an armband.
Kabata yawa yawa.
Ebube, what the eyes of the eagle cannot see from the sky lies the chicken if it comes near.
Ebube, Ebube, you may close your eyes, but open your heart and you will see. For the depth of the river is often known first by the fifth. And I tell you, the secret of the corners of the mouth is known only by the chewing stick.
Seasons come and go. Akanaba. Kabata yawa yawa. But what one knows, he knows. What? Oh.
Hunger! Kill us. Ah! I see. I see. Okay. Okay. I see. Can the hyena claim oneness with the tiger just because of his body mass? Never. Okay. Okay. The prodigal son. You have there the lion in his den. You have tested the toughness of the rock with your teeth. You have come. You have tried, and you shall see that the chameleon cannot leave the forest because the bush is on fire. Okay. Haneche wagunuzo. Ite wagunuzo. Haneche wagunuzo. Haneche wagunuzo. Ite wagunuzo. Haneche wagunuzo. Thou innocent, headless virgin, I command you to come forth. Come forth, because the chicken does not refuse corn thrown on its back. Never! I said come forth. Come! Come! Water has no enemy, for it is the source of life. Your heart is filled with pains over the injustice done to you, but your tears are free to heaven. You have cried enough, and it is time. It is time for you to go home to your ancestors. It is time to wash away the pains of sorrow and anger. An anger that crushes any human that crosses your path. Yes! An anger that justifies every manhood that you shrivel. But you are in the wrong place, innocent soul. Isakaba has no hand in your blood. Isakaba sheds no innocent blood. Isakaba! Do not worry. You have not died in vain. For in due course, justice will be served. But you must go home now and rest. Yes. Go home, innocent soul. Go home. Go home! Go home, innocent soul. Isakaba forward! Go home! Go home! Go home, innocent soul! Ebube, it is done. But it is not finished until the prowling cobra is killed and Papadam Peace returns to Oshata.
Isakaba, 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 oh yeah, oh yeah. Isakaba, Isakaba, oh yeah. Isakaba, 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 oh yeah. Isakaba, Isakaba, oh yeah.
Gentlemen, let me start congratulating you beforehand. Let me start congratulating you. Start enjoying yourselves.
I have been assured by the highest authority that this week, the Igwe will cease to be the ruler of this town. That automatically makes Ato Arinze our own man, the new Igwe. Yes. And you know what that means? No. Nearly the entire time. Is in our power! What are we waiting for? We better start making arrangements for his coronation.
So Soliso Mama will personally mobilize all the women in the land to come out and give their support. In fact, we start making arrangements on the rappers we're going to use.
That's it. Yeah. So Soliso
are those?
Who could that be? Who else but our boys? Let them come inside. Congratulations.
For evildoers, it's Judgment Day.
But I thought you people have been punished.
What did you do that for? Are you out of your mind?
Chief, always remember, whenever you point a finger at someone, 3 others point back at you.
Okay. Enjoy yourself on me. The biggest man of the jungle. Okay. One no day see. For where? For where? No shaking. For where? No one. Anyone we want the person. Any shaking. You want shaking? Now we get this time.
Not anymore.
Who is that?
Fearless lion of the jungle, Isakaba.
A very, very important lesson. The evil that man does dwell with them. There is no sin that goes unpunished. There is no sin that goes unpunished. No matter how far you hide the truth, one day it is going to surface. This is the end of this program. Those who have ears, let them hear. Those who do not have ears, let them remain in their ignorance. At the end of this battle, freedom will come. Good night.